Welcome to the second episode of the Sheffield United Quarantine Quiz. And this week's episode is all about Sheffield United managers from 1889 to 2020. And if you missed the first quiz last week, here's an explanation to how it'll work. There are 10 questions with 4 possible answers to choose from, and you'll be given 20 seconds to answer each one before we move on to the next question. If you don't know, just guess, because if you Google it, you're only cheating yourself. All the answers will be given at the end of the video, so make sure you have your phone or a pen and paper handy to mark down your answers. Also, after the video, you can post how many answers you actually got correct in the comments, and let us know which ones you struggled with. If you enjoyed this quiz, all I ask from you in return is that you like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be doing more of these quizzes, and you wouldn't want to miss out, would you? Anyway, let's crack on with the quiz. So question 1. Who was the first person to manage Sheffield United? Was it A. Reg Freeman? Was it B. John Nicholson? Was it C. Teddy Davison? Or was it D. J.B. Wolstenholme? Question number 2. Under which manager did Sheffield United win 4 FA Cups? Was it A. J.B. Wolstenholme? Was it B. Joe Mercer? Was it C. John Nicholson? Or was it D. Teddy Davison? Question number 3. Who is the longest reigning Sheffield United manager? Was it A. John Nicholson? Was it B. John Harris? Was it C. Dave Bassett? Or was it D. Neil Warnock? Question number 4. Who is the shortest reigning Sheffield United manager? Was it A. Gary Speed? Was it B. Martin Peters? Was it C. David Weir? Or was it D. Adrian Heath? Question number 5. Which manager signed John Ebbrell for £2 million only for him to suffer an injury that ended his Blades career 45 minutes into his first game? Was it A. Nigel Spackman? Was it B. Howard Kendall? Was it C. Steve Bruce? Or was it D. Dave Bassett? Question number 6. Which manager broke the transfer record in 2007 to sign James Beattie for £4 million from Everton? Was it A. Kevin Blackwell? Was it B. Neil Warnock? Was it C. Gary Speed? Or was it D. Brian Robson? Question number 7. How many days has Chris Wilder been Sheffield United manager? Is it A. 1028? Is it B. 1271? Is it C. 1446? Or is it D. 1612? Question number 8. Which manager coached his Blades side to the biggest FA Cup win in Sheffield United history? Was it A. Chris Wilder? Was it B. John Harris? Was it C. Ian Porterfield? Or was it D. Neil Warnock? Question number 9. How many permanent managers have Sheffield United had in their history? Is it A, 38? Is it B, 31? Is it C, 26? Or is it D, 29? And finally, question 10. How many Blades managers have played for Sheffield Wednesday? Is it A, 2? Is it B, 3? Is it C, 4? Or is it D, 5? And that is the end of the quiz. Now I'm going to go through the answers with you, but remember to put how many you got in the comments. Now in question 1, I asked you, who was the first person to manage Sheffield United? Was it A, Reg Freeman? Was it B, John Nicholson? Was it C, Teddy Davison? Or was it D, JB Wolstenholme? And it was JB Wolstenholme. Joseph Beckett Wolstenholme managed Sheffield United from the 22nd of March 1889 to the 31st of May 1899. In that time, Sheffield United played 233 games, winning 103, drawing 54 and losing 76. In question 2, I asked you, under which manager did Sheffield United win 4 FA Cups? Was it A, JB Wolstenholme? Was it B, Joe Mercer? Was it C, John Nicholson? Or was it D, Teddy Davison? And it was C, John Nicholson. Whilst John Nicholson was the Sheffield United manager, he won the FA Cup in 1899, 1902, 1915 and 1925. And he was a runner-up in 1901. In question 3, I asked you, who is the longest reigning Sheffield United manager? Was it A, John Nicholson? Was it B, John Harris? Was it C, Dave Bassett? Or was it D, Neil Warnock? And of course it was John Nicholson. John Nicholson managed the Blades from the 1st of June 1899 to the 23rd of April 1932. In question 4, I asked you, who is the shortest reigning Sheffield United manager? Was it A, Gary Speed? Was it B, Martin Peters? Was it C, David Weir? Or was it D, Adrian Heath? And the answer was C, David Weir. David Weir was the Blades manager between the 10th of June and the 11th of October in 2013. He only managed the club for 13 games, winning 1, drawing 2 and losing 10. And he had a win percentage of 7.69%. In question 5, I asked you, which manager signed John Ebrell for £2 million? Was it A, Nigel Spackman? Was it B, Howard Kendall? Was it C, Steve Bruce? Or was it D, Dave Bassett? And the answer was Howard Kendall. In question 6, I asked you, which manager broke the transfer record in 2007 to sign James Beattie for £4 million? Was it A, Kevin Blackwell? Was it B, Neil Warnock? Was it C, Gary Speed? Or was it D, Brian Robson? And of course it was Brian Robson in 2007. In question 7, I asked you, how many days has Chris Wilder been Sheffield United manager? Was it A, 1028? Was it B, 1271? Was it C, 1446? Or was it D, 1612? And the answer was 1446 as of today. In question number 8, I asked you, which manager coached his Blades side to the biggest FA Cup win in Sheffield United history? Was it A, Chris Wilder? Was it B, John Harris? Was it C, Ian Porterfield? Or was it D, Neil Warnock? And the answer was A, Chris Wilder, with his 6-0 home win against Leyton Orient in the FA Cup first round on the 6th of November 2016. And in question 9, I asked you, how many permanent managers have Sheffield United had in their history? Was it A, 38, was it B, 31, was it C, 26, or was it D, 29? And the answer was 29. But I'm not going to list them all, you're going to have to take my word for it. And finally, question 10, I asked you, how many Blades managers have played for Sheffield Wednesday? Was it A2, was it B3, was it C4, or was it D5? And the answer was C4. Unfortunately, before managing the Blades, Teddy Davison, Ian Porterfield, Danny Wilson and Nigel Clough all played for Sheffield Wednesday. And let's just take a moment to feel sorry for them. So this is the end of this week's quiz. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new, and obviously make sure you let us know in the comments how many of these 10 you got right. Also, if there's any topics that you'd like me to do quizzes on, let me know in the comments too. And thank you very much for watching, and stay in good nick.